Hey everybody, thank you again for stopping by and welcome to my channel. And today we're gonna be working with a bottle glass. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna make two pieces out of it, and one we're gonna use for beer, for a shot glass, a wine glass, or a beer glass, whatever you want to use it for. And the other piece we're gonna use it for drinking glass or just hanging around the glass as a souvenir or something like that. So it's a beautiful day outside here, and somewhere in Idaho, the great city of Idaho. And thank you again. I keep saying that. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to give me a like or any other finger that you wish to use, or thumbs up, or subscribe to my channel. Please, I would really appreciate that, and I hope you're able to understand me, because my English is not that well. And with that said, this is another edition of Check This Out! 30 bucks. You know, I mean, there's various dimensions, the various, not dimensions, but you can find these online, very cheap, you know, to cut bottles. And anyway, but sometimes I feel like these are waste of money, you know, and I find them more efficient and more easier to cut it with one of these. This is a diamond cutter, you know what I mean, and I'm using this gizmo here, and I find it more easier to cut it this way, and I think it gives you a better straight cut. And earlier I was trying to cut the bottle with my bottle cutter, and then I was warming it up with a candle here to see if it then dip it in cold water. But I felt like I was spinning my wheels. It wasn't cutting, and it wasn't working. So I decided to go to this, and it takes, you know, a few minutes longer than to cut a glass bottle with the glass cutter. So I rather use this, you know, I mean, it's more, to me it's more faster, but you just gotta have patience. And so today I will show you how to cut a glass bottle. We're gonna be cutting this bottle right here, you know, it's a beer bottle, and we're gonna be cutting it right up to the edge right there. I don't know if you can see that right there, you know, I mean, because I want this area right here to serve as a glass, and I want this area right here, you know, for maybe as a glass also to drink wine or to drink beer out of that, you know what I mean. But we'll figure it out as we go along. What is it used for? You could use it for various things, you know what I mean. Once you cut it this size or this size, you could use it for various things, either in the house or just in the yard or something like that, you know what I mean. But we're going to be cutting this glass bottle right here, which I got many bottles here. I've been experimenting with them, you know what I mean. And later on, eventually I want to get one of these kilns and melt some of these glass bottles and see what they look like, you know what I mean. I'm sure you have heard or seen these kilns online, and they're pretty expensive, you know what I mean. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, eventually I'll get one of those kilns and have a tutorial on how to use a kiln and a glass bottle and how to use it. But anyway, today we're just gonna cut this bottle up and see how it's cut, and I'll show you how to cut it. So stay tuned. Usually when I cut a bottle up, I usually wrap around the bottle with tape so that I could follow the line, and also serves that the bottle doesn't break. Sometimes when you don't wrap the glass bottle with tape, the cut seems to go a totally different direction, and you end up breaking the bottle. So today we're going to wrap the bottle up with tape, and I'll show you how to do that. I take this carpenter's tape, 1-inch tape, and I cut it, and I usually wrap the bottle up to where the edge where I want the cut to go. You know what I mean? So you wrap it around it like that, as straight as possible, I think. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are getting old. You know what I mean? So as straight as possible as to where you want the cut to go, you know, around the bottle, like that. I think that's straight as possible. Like that. It's gotta look like that. That's the bottom, then you gotta do the top also. Got another piece of tape. Wrap it around as to where you want the cut to go. Which direction. Alright, so you do this. Something like that. And this way the bottle is going to go along the side. The cut is going to go along the side where you want it to go. Because if not, the cut is going to go all over the place and end up ruining the bottle. So that's how it will look. And that's how the bottle that I'm working on looks like. Okay, I was cutting this bottle with a glass cutter, and it wasn't working out for me, so I decided to go a totally different direction and done this. So like I said, you do whatever you want to do. Various ways to cut a bottle: with a torch, glass cutter, or with or with this diamond cut bit. I mean wheel right here. So we'll figure it out and see how. Again, you gotta have patience. Oh yes, before we get started, I forgot to mention one thing. Always wear protective gear, okay? Your eyes are the most important thing that you have and that God has given us, you know, the eyes to see. So wear glasses, safety glasses. I usually have safety glasses nearby, something like this, or sometimes I'd rather wear this, you know what I mean, and works better for me. It's a little dirty, you know what I mean, but it's okay, you know what I mean. So always wear, whenever you're working with glass or bottles or something like that, always wear safety equipment, safety glasses. Either these or this. This works for me better, you know what I mean. This may work for you better. So whatever it is, have safety glasses. Don't just think that your regular glasses are going to protect you. No, they don't, because the sides, you know, I mean, you always run under situations where when you cut in a glass bottle, you know, sparks get under your glasses here. So wear these or this. I don't know if you can see this better. I don't know if you can see this better. Don't put no pressure into it. Lightly. So to keep the blade as straight as possible. There. That's what you want. See, the Dremel did the work, and it cut it pretty much straight. See? And this is the other half. So it looks really good. Next, we're gonna sand it, and I'm gonna leave the tape in there, and we're gonna sand it up and make a glass out of this. So this is how you cut a glass bottle with a Dremel and a diamond wheel right here. And this is how the setup looks like. And they're very cheap online. So all you have to do is take your time. When you cut in a bottle, you gotta take your time, okay? Because you gotta let this do the work for you. You know, I mean, all you're doing is holding the glass bottle and just cutting it as straight as possible, and looks pretty good. Check it out. So next we're gonna, I like this. Maybe I could make this like a shot glass or something like that. You know, I mean, eventually we're gonna see the results later on this. So this is what you're looking for. You know what I mean? Look at that. Looks pretty straight to me. You know, beautiful. Looks like a done deal. So it looks like, you know what I mean, once it's cut, see how it's nice and round, and this is also nice and round right here. You know what I mean. Next, what we're gonna do is, what I like to do with this, whenever I cut a bottle up, I usually get one of these grinders, you know, small grinders, something like this, and go around the edges of the bottle, trying to get the most the rough edges out of it as fast as possible, and then I put it in a sander. So let's check it out, see how we do this, how I do it. You could be doing a totally different manner, you know, thing, but this is what I use one of these, you know, grinders, something like that, and I like to go around the edge of the bottle, you know what I mean. So let's do it. So first I gotta get this out of here, and see how we do this. I usually do this, loosen that up, put it to the side, take this, put it in there, and do this. And again, I stress out, please use safety equipment. All right. So I'm gonna put this on. like to get the rough edges out first, get them out of the way. So before I put it in a sander. Get all the juice out of there, all the man juice. Out of the way. Put this away for now. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to this high-speed sander and put this in a high-speed sander and smooth out more of the rough edges right here on both of these. Most of it is done, is gone. Most of the roughness, it just needs a little bit more work around it. And we'll have a glass and a shot glass. So we'll see what we could do. Drink out of here, and we could drink beer out of here. You know, you could use this for beer, water, or whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Use your own imagination. And let's see, what's this? Okay, that's about dirt. I saw a line in there. I saw it was something else. So let's go to the sander and try to sand most of this stuff out of the way. All right? So stay tuned. Okay, again, here we are. This is the sander I'm going to be using. And again, always please use your safety glasses or shield when you're working with this stuff, with glass. Okay, I would really appreciate that. And okay, so here we are. you can see, I took most of the roughness out. It's still a little rough, but now I gotta work it out with a totally different sandpaper. And I just wanted to take most of the roughness away, you know what I mean? And so this way, when I go to use a totally different sander, it won't be that rough. So check it out. Looks a little better, but it's still a little work more to be done. Take most of the roughness out of there. So that's why you don't want to be cutting your hands or your lips or something like that if you planning on drinking out of this, you know, which I am. Okay, so I was using this in the high-speed sander just to take most of the roughness more away, and it seemed as though it did a good job in it, you know what I mean? And so I'm going to sand it up a little bit more, the inside edges and the outside edges on the top. So this will sand it up and polish it up a little better than what it is. And for that, I'm going to be using these little sanders right here. You know what I mean? I bought these online. A bag of 500, it cost me only $5. So they're very cheap and very handy to have. You know what I mean? So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to take this grinder out of here. I mean the sandpaper. I got to change the heads of it. What you do is just pull it off, throw it away because that was already sanded, and put another one in there. To put another one, just push it in, something like that. I gotta readjust that. But anyway, that's the whole thing. And again, use safety equipment. You know what I mean? So to do that, just put your shield on or a thing and just assemble it. See? I'm doing the inside. But first, let me take this tape off out of the way here. Looks like it's in my way. So I'm just gonna take this tape. I don't think so I need it anymore. So I think it will work better. So that's what you want to do. See, it looks a lot better. You want to do the inside, along the edges and the outside, and whatever is rough, you You try to concentrate on that area and polish it up a little bit. But just make sure do it again. On top. Let's check it out, see how it looks like. Looks like most of it is done. As you can see, you see another line underneath there. That's why I started cutting before with the bottle cutter, and it was going in a totally different direction because I just couldn't get it straight, so I started grabbing the Dremel, and the Dremel did a better job. Alright, so that's how it looks. Looks pretty decent. And on this, looks pretty decent also. Let's get the tape out of there. And I don't want to lose that tape. But anyway, so it looks, I don't feel any rough edges along the way there, you know. I'm just going to go wash it. And but before I go to wash this, I just want to clean this inside here because I want to put a cap in there, one of these coat caps, and I think they call them crowns, so I want to put it in there and have this as a glass to drink something, you know what I mean. So that's what we're gonna do. So I just want to clean this up a little bit right there before I put the crown in there. So let's put it. So before I wash it, I go wash it. Let's put a crown in there, in this side, right here, and then I go wash it, and or maybe I should wash it first. Okay, let me go wash it first. Okay. Okay, so I went inside the house and I washed this glass. It looks a lot better. See, you know, look, even the edges. You can see, even if you see a little bit of scratch marks right there, it's only a scratch. It's no big deal, you know what I mean. But you know, as you can see, you know, it's looks pretty good. It looks pretty. Looks really fantastic. You know, you could put your lips in there and start drinking out of that. So here's the other piece, you know, and I washed it and looks a lot better. Like I said, that mark right there, you know, I was using a glass cutter and it was going totally different way, and I couldn't keep it straight. So that's why I decided to use the Dremel. So this looks pretty good. I don't feel no rough edges around the way there. So it looks pretty smooth, and you're ready to drink out of that. So what we're gonna do now is I told you I was gonna put a crown in there. I think they call it beer cap. These caps they're called crown. And here's the cap that I'm gonna be using. The American flag cap is the favorite. You know, it's the best. American flag, baby. All right, so we're gonna put it in there, and that's how it's gonna look. I have one of these tools right here that I bought. You know what I mean? And it does a fantastic job. And you could buy them on Amazon or something like that. What it does is you set the crown right there, and it's like a small magnet to keep it straight. And I'll show you how it's done. So I don't want to scratch this, so I'm gonna put it to the side there, and I'm gonna move things out of the way there. Get a piece of cloth, you know what I mean, so I could lay it on top of it, something like that. And I'm gonna lay this in there. I don't know if you can see it. Alright, I'm gonna lay this in here in a piece of cloth because I don't want this to get dirty or scratch or something like that. We're gonna use this cap, and we're gonna put the cap in there. But first, I usually let the cap inside here, inside this gizmo right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a magnet inside there, and you lay it in there as straight as possible, and that's how it looks. And then you try to center it as much as possible, like that. It grabs both sides. I don't know if you can see that. And it's in there. So put it away, and that's what it looks like. You know, it doesn't come out. So now you have a shot glass that looks like that. See? I like that flag. That's the best flag I've ever seen on earth, on the face of the earth. Right there, that flag. Don't mess with that flag. So anyway, besides that, that's what it looks like. And if you like this, let me know. You know? See, check it out. So it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. You know, if you like one of these. With that said, this is another edition of Check This Out. So check this out.